Hey, what's going on, guys? So I just got a question about egg whites, and this is an important question because I know a lot of you are eating egg whites. I've actually done a lot of recommending of egg whites, and my opinion has since changed. So I really want to get this out there. The question is this: I consume egg whites every morning, but I drink them instead of cooking them because it saves time. It's easier to consume. Don't think I'd be able to eat 10 egg whites every morning. Do you think drinking them is all right? Um, don't drink egg whites. Don't eat egg whites. Don't eat egg whites by themselves without the yolk. I'm going to be flat out in saying that. Um, and there's a few different reasons I have for that. First things first, drinking egg whites is really, really bad. Studies have definitely shown that drinking raw egg whites lack digestibility. Now, remember, if you've been watching the last few videos I put up, or the videos I've been putting up over the last week, I've been talking about two things: nutrient density and digestibility, right? So egg whites by themselves lack a lot of nutrients, right? If you eat the yolk, you get vitamin E, you get vitamin D, you get choline, you get a whole buttload of micronutrients. On top of that, you get a healthy dose of saturated and unsaturated fat. Now, I've written numerous articles about saturated fat and why it has been maligned wrongly and why it can actually be a good thing for you. But let's put that to the side for the second and just analyze the nutrient density of the egg yolk, and you'll see that there's tons of really good things in there. The egg white, on the other hand, lacks, like I said, nutrient density. It also lacks digestibility. When you eat it raw, you actually lose a lot more digestibility than you would if you ate it cooked. A study from 1998 actually demonstrated that egg whites are really hard to digest in the first place, and if they're not pre-treated with heat, the protein has a really, really hard time with digesting, and I'll link that article below. But beyond that, so let's talk about the whole idea of fat in the diet and the amount of egg whites that we're consuming here. Now, I, in the past, used to get those big cartons of egg whites, or those, not even the big cartons, the smaller cartons. And what I would do is, when I didn't have time to eat, especially when I was training back at Metroflex, I would drink a carton raw. I would do it. And I just remember how bad my stomach was at the time and how bad my ulcerative colitis got at the time. And knowing what I know now, I know that a lot of those undigested particles were probably causing too much permeability in my gut, giving me leaky gut syndrome, which also led to higher levels of inflammation, which led to symptoms of ulcerative colitis. And so, I'm one of these people who did this for years in downed egg whites. I would eat, 10, 20 egg whites a day, either raw or cooked. And the reality is I never needed that much protein in the first place. Never needed that much protein in the first place. I did not need to be loading all that stuff into my system, and most of it probably wasn't going to good use anyways. Over the past few years, one of the things that I've done is I have been eating whole eggs a lot more often. I don't eat whole eggs every day, but when I do, I'll usually eat 3 at a time, and I'll either cook them over easy in butter or I'll make them into an omelet. And the reason, and I'll serve them with a bunch of vegetables. And the reason why I will do that is because egg yolks actually contain carotenoids, and carotenoids actually really, really help your health. They're really highly beneficial, but and vegetables have them as well, but they're only digestible with fats. And so a whole egg with a salad is a really highly nutritionally dense meal. Now, I understand there's a lot of people out there who don't want to eat eggs, and I'll link my articles below about saturated fat and cholesterol and why fears about those are largely overblown. You can disagree with me if you like, but there is a buttload of science on my side to talk about it, and again, I will link those articles below. But if you know, you have moral reasons for not eating eggs. I completely understand that, and by all means, you can get the same thing from chia seeds, which is actually one of my preferred breakfasts to egg whites. And what I do with chia seeds is I will soak them overnight in water, and I will make them into a pudding with some coconut milk. And you can have that with a bunch of vegetables as well, and you can get just as good of a fat profile as you could with egg whites. And if you wanted to add a little protein in there or something like that, you could probably get that from some nuts, or a little bit of meat or something like that if you wanted to consume meat. But that's my take on egg whites, guys. I know a lot of you out there are eating them a lot, and it's something, it's a practice I think that helped me a lot when I stopped. So I hope it helps all of you out. I hope this all makes sense. Old school Metro Flex shirt right here from back in the day. Shout out to Big Rob. Peace.